As in right now?
Right now,
Or
right
right
now.
now? Right now?
Right now?
Can you hear
Are
me
we
now?
speaking right now?
Now?
Yeah,
Where?
you're
Okay.
you're
Yep.
on. You're on.
Hello, lovely people. Welcome to another Tuesday afternoon or evening, where for TDK's Iron Heroes. Our last one, unfortunately, let us all weep. My name is Lee Kim the Learned. I have had the privilege of dungeon mastering these lovely people, and I would like them to introduce themselves. Laura, could you please continue?
Hey, my name's Laura, and I might actually get sad. Uh, but I'm Laura, and in this game, I play Dan. He is a Rock Genasi rogue assassin who's very good at his job of sneaking.
Indeed, he is. Nathan, could you pick up where Laura has left off?
Sure. What's up, everybody? I'm Nathan. I use he, him pronouns. Going to be playing Theoden's Sword Break. I always say the wrong thing there every single freaking time. Whatever. Theoden. He is a Forge Cleric, 5th level, and he's doing his job right because no one's died yet.
This is an excellent point. I'll make sure it's on his resume. Rich, could we hear from you, good sir?
Sure. Hi, I'm Rich. I play Ray Gracefallen. They use they, them pronouns. I use he, him. And Ray is a Eldritch Knight Fallen Aasimar.
Excellent. And last but definitely not least, Bloody Jackal Amy, could you pick it up from
Hi, I'm Bloody Jackal. I play Nesh. She is a half elf, half orc, pyromaniac, wizard, evoker.
Indeed
That's
she
pretty
is.
much it.
And before we begin, I would like to go through our lovely sponsors and supporters, without which the Greyhawk channel would not be where it is today. First and foremost, we have Heroic Maps. If you need a map for anything, they've got that. They are on Drive Through RPG, and they have over 300 maps, and I'm sure they'll have something for every discerning DM out there. Second, we all have an addiction. It's called dice. We love them. Love to hear them rattle the joyous gleam of the gemmed ones. And if you need dice, there's no better place to go than Tabletop Loot. And their support of us is so good. You can actually put Greyhawk in the code. That's capital G, capital H, and you will get a discount on the dice you buy. Next, we have Devon Rue, the lovely mistresses of maps, and she has been a supporter of the Greyhawk channel from long ago. She is a wonderful lady. Uh, I am envious of her maps. And those who are in our Twitch and Patreon supporters can go to our Discord and get another code, which will give them some off of some of her wonderful things. And then we have Cantrip Candles for those that need a signature fragrance for the TPK that is about to happen. Cantrip Candles. And our supporter, out which we would not be here today, is Roll20, a very tabletop on which we play. If you haven't heard of it before, you're seeing it now. You want to use it, go to roll20.net and have great fun with all of your friends who could be scattered throughout the cosmos. Now, to pick up where we left off, our party of stalwart heroes have originally found an issue. Death Knights that have been imprisoned are free once more, and all of our lovely party has blood connections to those that kept them imprisoned. And a saint, a spirit, decided to task this party with drawing back the Death Knights into their prisons. And being heroes, they took up the task. Through a long and arduous trail, they had decided they learned they needed a particular ritual. They went to Nesh's grandmother, Sin Hidemark, a powerful mage and she has the ritual, but unfortunately, it needs a focus, a very rare and special focus. One, a relic of power. There's only two that would fit. One was the sword of a nameless prince in the bitterness in the middle of the Addery forest. They decided that was too far away. But there was another, the Alkarg, the spear of the orcs that unified 12 tribes, that was in the possession of Nesh's father, Augur. They decided that was the shortest route. After visiting her grandmother, they used the teleportal circle to go up there. And they were having a feast. And long story short, they had to run because the entire setting was set on fire by giants. They are now on Wolfback, riding through the night as the snowstorms strike them. And that's where we pick up with our lovely adventurers. Hi, folks.
Hi.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
I
If I
I
remember
felt
correctly, Ray was not doing well with riding that wolf.
No,
I fell off mine.
And Theoden was one with the wolf.
yeah.
I was born for this.
And that's somewhat scary considering dwarves usually hate wolves. But hey, Theoden
It's
is
a new
not
day.
one. Yes, it's a new day.
Cosmopolitan dwarf.
You know all
So-
about those Iron Gate dwarves.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch them.
Right.
They're tricksy. The idea was to go post haste as fast as post and haste could go. Down a twisty turny trail, down a mountainside, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the snow, as fast as one can. And as fast as one can requires a handle animal check from all four of you.
Oh,
Theoden, you get advantage to this roll.
we get to roll again.
Oh yes, you do.
Oh,
Roll good.
I forgot that I have a -1 to this ability.
Oh, look at Theoden, he is the master of the wolf.
That's not
What
too
the
Ray-
bad.
happened?
Right as well. Dan wants to punch the wolf. It's not listening to him. It's making him look bad. Nesh is
fault.
doing all right. But none of you careen over a cliff. And yeah, there's no falling damage or anything like that. There was a few close calls. But as dawn rises over the area, you have left the mountainous snows behind. Your wolves are tired, exhausted. They're lathered underneath that coarse fur. And you are all very tired. But you have reached the valley floor. And before you lies the road to Iron Gate. The other way to North Anchor. Which way do you choose to go?
I think we should be heading back to North Anchor, right? That's where the ritual is, right?
That's where the one who can cast the ritual, yes.
That would probably be the best direction.
Whatever you say, Captain.
Just about to say your sergeant has spoken.
Alrighty.
Sally forth, or whatever you say when you're on a wolf mount.
Let's get it
Yeah.
on.
Borf, borf.
Bork.
I'm trying to
Okay.
drink something.
And it's going to fly out your nose. I want
It's
you
like,
to know. Okay. On the flat ground, nobody needs to roll. But I assume you're going to push these wolves to the brink.
well, I would assume we're gonna have to do kind of like that whole like ride them, then walk them, then ride them, then walk them, so that they don't die on us.
Okay.
Is there a time limit we're trying to beat here?
Oh, I hope it's not a timed mission. I hate
You don't
Just,
know.
you know, the end of the world, I guess. right? Like,
How much damage could 13 Death Knights do? And
Well, let's see. The last
in
time
between me
all 13,
sleeping.
yeah, all 13 were together, the beast known as Ardenfost was summoned. It's known as the Tarosk of the Abyss, and it marched its way across the Great Kingdom,
It sounds like another party's
destroying.
problem.
gave everyone ice cream.
Oh yeah, it was
We're done
God.
after today.
It was Godzilla with tentacles.
That sounds like a fall scheduling problem to me.
Hope
Whatever.
you enjoy yourselves.
I love the character.
You're welcome.
Alrighty then. So
No, I
you're
see-
just gonna
so
say
seriously-
heck with it and walk off. Okay.
No, seriously, I was just trying to
Get
figure
there
out. Yeah, if this is like where we have to almost kill the wolves, or is it like what was the impetus for hurrying, as opposed to
Well,
slowing down a little bit?
Originally, it was the fact that there were fire giants burning the setting, and you didn't want
Right.
to be there.
Totally,
Right.
yeah, get. But at this
Yeah.
point in time, we're way far away from them.
We think.
We could take a few fire giants.
Because we ran last time.
I feel like Ray would be set to like the discipline of let's not kill our mounts if we don't have to. So I think they would make the decision if everyone wants to go with it to once we're out of harm's way from the fire giants to start giving the wolves some rest but still pushing forward. So kind of like I said, walk next to them for a couple miles or whatever, and then ride them for a bit so that we don't just destroy them.
Everybody okay with that?
Sounds
Yeah, for
good
sure.
to me.
I don't want to carry no dead wolf.
Okay then.
Would we carry?
Oh no, Dan's not very smart.
Dan's dragging the leash behind him. Come on, Wolfie.
Come
Come
on.
on.
I'm sure he tried to keep up with for the first couple of miles.
Keeps hitting him
Okay.
against rocks and logs and thump.
We put a log on there. He doesn't even know. He's like, whatever.
Whatever. I don't get it, but okay.
You folks move forward, going slower to preserve your mounts so they don't keel over dead. They appreciate this. You get some looks from passing riders, couriers, things like that. They give you a wide berth. They still are polite and nod, but yeah, for wolf riders that aren't orcs, that's weird.
We're just really metal.
So yeah, I think we just keep on working. Does anybody have? I feel like I asked this already, and the answer was no. But does anybody have anything like sending, or something, so we can contact the grandma? No. All right.
All I have is this stale cookie she gave me.
It's still. Why didn't you eat
never
it?
ate the cookie?
Maybe the dogs want it.
Theroden was all jealous that you got a better cookie than he did, and you didn't even eat it.
Even eat it.
It could be a missile.
Yeah, I have mending, but no sending.
Okay, speaking of sending, Nash, as you're, walking along beside your wolf, you hear like static words in your head. Like someone trying to talk to you. And then it becomes clear. Nash, my dear, are you there? Can you hear me?
And Nesh stops exactly where she is and says, Wait! Grandma?
And you hear her say, or she responds to that, stand still, have all of your friends within arm's reach.
And the wolves too?
You don't get a response from that.
Mean grandma. She will call out to the rest of the party. Grandma just called me. Everybody come here and we gotta hold hands. Yes, we have to hold hands.
The
She'll
wolves
she'll pick us
too?
up. She didn't answer me. I don't. She doesn't like wolves.
Let's bring half.
Has everybody gathered around Nesh at this time?
Yeah.
Ye- I
Yes, I'm still on
guess.
my wolf.
Okay.
Oh no, it's gonna be like the fly, half
You
Theridin, half wolf.
Sounds fun to
you
me.
Just he would
you
have wanted.
gather. It would probably is. You gather around Nesh, and literally you're like, well, when is the? And before anyone gets that sentence out, you are in her garden, as are the wolves.
Why couldn't she have done?
Yay!
Is she there?
She's there. She looks worried, and she raises a staff she didn't have before when you were here. She raises a staff, and Nesh recognizes that she's just warded her house and land.
Why didn't you get us before we ran all night long?
I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
There was a censure, an anchor, centered on Ilvanal's fist. It spread out nearly 30 miles in all directions. I couldn't, my sendings wouldn't reach you, my scries wouldn't view you, and my teleports wouldn't work.
We encountered some fire giants while we were there, but they don't they're not capable of that type of magic, are they?
They have casters, but no, this is an arch mage level spell. There's only a few that have the power to cast that, and that concerns me.
Do you think it was the whoever let the Death Knights out coming to try to claim the artifacts ahead? Maybe they know that this is used and wanted to take it for themselves.
I believe they're trying to keep the incantation from being read again. That will mean they are at Gundarbad.
So that means that um the person who came up with the illusion for the spear is most likely the person who stopped us from getting out of there. We never were able to figure out who that was.
May I see the spear?
Who has
Good.
it?
Who
I think Nesh has it.
Nesh has it
Do
because
I?
Nesh could touch it. Yeah, because you
Yeah,
wrapped it up in that
your
magic.
bag.
Okay.
Yeah, you have it because you put it in your bag. That's not a bag of holding.
That's right. Yeah, okay. So she'll pull the nightgown, wadded up nightgown out, and then unfold it on the table, and then, yeah, so that she can clearly see it.
As you're unfolding the nightgown, your grandmother steps back, and her hand moves in the gesture of a spell, but she doesn't use it yet. Where did you get that? The garment.
Um,
Oh.
yeah. Dan, you want to take this one?
So we went into the guy's house, and that guy was not that guy. The guy that we thought it was dead in a cabinet. We took the nightgown. I don't know who the real guy was. I don't know who we thought he was either. I forgot.
There was definitely no sign of magic on them, but they had to have been using some sort of spell to conceal who they actually were.
She nods. Her eyes has not left the garment. Please lift the spear off of it.
Nesh will do that.
And I would like all of you to take a few steps back, please.
I wore it.
She looks up at Dan for a moment. I'll deal with that in a moment.
Okay.
She looks at the garment, and I assume you all step away.
Theoden
Yeah.
takes a couple steps away from Dan as well.
And steps into a corner for sure.
Now,
Facing the
I
corner or
get-
facing out?
That
Now, she says, I don't want you to think me crazed, so I'm going to reveal what this is. She lifts up her staff, she casts a spell that Nesh and Theoden would recognize as a dispel magic, only a little bit more powerful. She casts it, and the shirt ripples. And it's not a shirt, it's a creature.
Ah, it's a mimic. Kill it.
What?
No, it's not a mimic here. A mimic would be humorous.
It's a mimic of holding.
It's a warper.
Would
What's
any
a
of us
warper?
know that?
You may roll knowledge arcana if you choose.
Yeah, Ray knows.
holy cow!
So does Dan.
Dummy, he knew something.
So does Nesh. Theoden going to roll to make this a forfecta. Theoden, no,
That wolf brain.
Hey.
He thought
There-
you said
there's kind of
warbler.
Yeah, he's like Warper. Well, I don't care. I got my wolf. That's our friends.
a warper is similar to creatures like ropers and lurkers above. They're ambush predators. The difference between a roper or a lurker and a warper is a warper alters space. They can wrap something up, make it disappear. It goes literally into an extra dimensional space that is their internal organs. Bags of devouring are related to them.
She points at Dan and giggles. You were inside that thing.
I guess we should be lucky that you weren't eaten.
Very
Or-
big.
We're going to check on that in a moment.
Oh.
Now you see what it is. She casts a spell and it turns to dust.
Dan, you're next.
No! I'm a good boy.
I'm a good stabby boy.
Uh,
Happy though.
Lady Hydemark makes a turning gesture for Dan to turn.
Turn around.
I assume he does.
Yeah.
Okay. Just hold it a moment. And you all, the three of you, watch as Sin reaches up and sort of like she's pulling something off of his back. And it's not easy. They come up with literally a jerk. And Dan, you feel like a slight pinprick every now and then. And she does this about 8 times as she removes 8 nascent or juvenile lurkers from his, or warpers from his
It
back.
had babies in your back.
It's like leeches.
Exactly.
Like
They
you
start out
one?
in that form.
Monsters
Keep on that
inside
spot.
me.
By all means, you may keep any of them you wish.
Burn it with fire.
In a box?
Uh, keep in mind, they're warpers, so keeping them is not easy.
And then Nesh throws her bag into the fireplace nearby.
That's a good idea.
Just in case.
So, whoever was there had the ability to make a warper their minion. Perhaps their familiar or their pet.
They also weren't changed with magic.
That is also very concerning. There are creatures that can do that, of course, doppelgangers, among others.
What about, and this is metagame knowledge, I don't know if Ray would know it, but like, what about polymorph or true polymorph?
That would leave a resonance that anyone who could detect magic would be able to sense.
Okay.
Although true polymorph would be very minor, the best thing to do would be to use a reincarnation spell.
Do you have any theories on who this person could have been?
I have a very firm theory on who created the anchor over you all. And it's not a very good theory, as in pleasant. Do any of you know of a being called Turney the Merciless?
Do we?
History or Arcana checks, please.
Let's see. Yep, they're both the same.
Bad.
No.
Thereden's still brushing the wolf down.
Okay, literally, Nesh is the only one who knows this. Probably because of who taught her. Turney the Merciless was an archmage centuries ago. He was of Flan origin. He existed around the time of Aceterak and Vecna. He was not a lich, however. He was a very powerful mage. He is known for creating the first iron flask.
Doesn't seem so bad.
He
Dwarves
it's not
love him.
so bad. He tried to conquer the what is now the Great Kingdom before the Erdi came. He died, and he rose as a Balor in the abyss. I will currently give you all a dozen of my finest cookies. If you cannot guess who he serves.
If we can't?
I can't guess. Me.
Okay.
Nesh only gets 11. She didn't eat the last one.
She kicks him in the shin.
Ow.
You may know of him. Amon Ibor.
Yeah.
The sibling.
The sibling. Yeah, yeah.
If Turney is here, that means Amon Abor is aware of what's happening.
Well, wouldn't they be like, isn't all this happening at their command?
Yes, but there's a difference between being aware that someone might stop them and knowing exactly who they are.
Oh, you mean what we're working on?
Oh,
Yes.
us.
That's not good.
No. But honestly, at this point, we're too far in. What else can we do?
I agree, but Gundorbad is out of the question. We can't take them back.
So where do we go?
She looks at Theoden. I'm glad you asked that, Mr. Swordbreak. When I couldn't get in contact with my lovely granddaughter, and I figured out what was happening, I looked for alternatives, and I found one. And I don't think they realize it's close. I'm assuming none of you here are sailors.
Gonna hard pass on that one. No.
All right. Off the coast of Iron Coast or Iron Gate, there are several islands. Most of them are windbreak islands, used to keep the storms from bothering the coastal trade traffic. Among some of these storm-tossed islands, there's one that is it has a very bad reputation for having lots of reefs around it and being very treacherous for ships that go near it. It is called Dagon's Horn. Atop Dagon's Horn, there are old ruins that was once a lighthouse many years ago. A storm tore it asunder, at least that's what most think. But on its peak, there is a sealed iron well. And this heralds back to the time when Dagon's Horn was not on Earth. Instead, was in the abyssal sea. It is a well of darkness, and I know how to open it. And into it, we can draw the Death Knights and seal them. And I will want to see anyone who try to open that.
Is there anything that could come out when we open it?
No, it is a one-way portal. Wells of Darkness are wonderful things. They hold prisoners until someone who is capable of opening the well, very powerful, knows the sequence to do so. And as we are going to be the only ones who know this, we're going to make sure it can't be opened.
Quick question. If we are known, if our enemy knows who we are, would they be likely to go after our loved ones?
I'll say yes, because they're servants to demon. Being, kind and generous to their enemies' loved ones is not normally their thing.
Then can you do us a favor and contact the people that we care about to warn them so they may get to safety?
I can do that quite easily. If you give me their names, I will let sending birds fly.
God, now I have to look up what I wrote down. I don't even know if I
Seems to me the best way to get this done and over with is to get going. The longer we let these people loose, the more damage they can do.
Yes.
You are quite right, sir. I do want you to know, while I will be casting the incantation that will draw them into the well, I will be vulnerable at that moment. I will need you all to make sure none reach me.
We will protect you with our lives.
She nods. I can ask no less. Or I can ask no more, excuse me. Those phrases always freak me out, and I always say the wrong one. So, do you need rest?
Yes.
Probably
Yes, we do.
some, yeah.
Yeah.
We've
Nesh-
been moving all night.
Alright, then take time to rest. When you are ready, we will go to Dagon's Horn. So,
Out of character, yeah, I need a long rest in order to get spells back. How about you?
Got some hit points that I need. No,
Yeah,
I've done
just
some
spells.
stuff. I need to rest.
Yeah, we should do that.
alrighty. And rest you do.
And Nesh will probably talk to her and find out if her father is okay, if she knows.
Oh, right.
The anchor is still on. I don't know.
Yeah, she's not happy about that.
Nesh on the shoulder. Get some rest here. I have preparations to make.
Ray's probably just found like a couch and is just like face down on the couch with like an arm and a leg hanging off, grabbing
All
rest
right.
wherever they can.
You all rest where you can, and you're so exhausted from your flight from Ilvanal's fist that if you were having bad dreams or prophetic dreams, they couldn't make it through the layers of exhaustion that you were sleeping under. So you all have a dreamless rest. But the rest is all too short, as you are all awakened with various states of kindness. Some of you are hit on the back of the head with a staff. Others are gently poked with the staff. Nesh is woke up with a gentle nudge.
And a plate of cookies.
Yeah, that she won't eat.
Right?
Sorry, it's like hardtack.
Cookie hoarder.
You have all rested, you have all studied, you have any new spells you may have sought to gain, they are now yours. You have all regained hit points. You are all back up to 100%. As the storm rages outside. And it's dark.
What is going on?
Sin says a storm.
Yes, but where did it come from?
She smiles. I don't believe it was summoned by them, if that is what you mean.
It can't mean anything good.
Oh, I agree. It cannot be anything. But we must persevere. Are you all prepared?
Yep.
As much as we are, as much as we're going to get.
If you have any oaths or prayers you wish to make, now's the time to make them, as I prepare to transport us to Dagon's Horn.
Let's do it. Actually, hold on. I use my the forge power. Hold on. Blessings of the Forge again for Ray to give Ray a +1 bonus on their AC.
Alrighty.
And then I just make sure that everyone still has their rings, so I can cast the bond if I need to.
I assume you all still have your rings.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Didn't remember we had rings.
Then you
Does
get no
anyone
bond.
It's terrible. So, is there anything else you would want to do?
I think before they leave, Roy will kind of go off on their own and say a little prayer to Heronius, just promising to right the wrongs that their ancestor did and remove the evil from the world once again.
You feel a weight lifted from your shoulders at that prayer. And then Volker says, "Enough prattle, let's go kill them all."
Yes, let's do that.
Who said this?
Volker, the glaive.
Oh, okay. It's like, who the hell's talking to us when we get an NPC? We get a henchman somewhere that I didn't know?
Oh, you don't hear
Yeah, but
them.
we did
Only,
that.
only Ray hears them. But you all, Nesh, Dan, do you have any prayers, preparations, luck rituals, or anything?
No. I just make sure I have enough spell components and all that stuff.
Do you want to cleanse everyone's aura with some sage?
I ain't no cleric.
Smudges.
Did you say lunges?
Smudge.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. Theoden's doing lunges just to get warmed up and ready.
Hey,
A light Tabata workout real quick.
you gotta stretch before you fight, right?
Hot yoga.
Don't wanna pull a muscle in mid fight.
It'd be a
Anybody-
huge bummer.
Anybody got any goats? Do some goat yoga real quick.
Just gonna pull a hammy.
Alrighty then, we'll move on. You all gather out in the garden, and Lady Hydemark is there. She's not wearing one of her grandmotherly gowns. She's wearing the raiment of an adventurer. You see the robes of a mage, but in the places where the robes are open, you see studded armor. You see a short sword belted at her hip, as well as the staff she carries. And she looks at you all, nods. When this endeavor is done, we will have sealed away as many of these death knights as we can. Or we'll all die. So either way, there will be resolution.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Ness, you gonna eat all those cookies? I like to have them if you're not gonna eat them. You know, just if it's gonna go down like this, I like to have as many cookies as possible.
She'll hand him lots of cookies. Just
Thanks,
this one
Tyler.
time.
I appreciate 'em.
Oh, they're real good cookies.
There's like crumbs all in Theoden's beard.
Oh yes.
Those are for mid-fight snacking.
Right, saving them for later.
And here we go.
Oh god! Oh Jesus, that's not terrifying.
You were in a storm, but in a garden, protected by the city. Now you're exposed to the full force of a storm at sea. You're on top of Dagon's Horn, and it is literally a spear of rock that sticks up out of the ocean, surrounded by hidden reefs. And even through the darkness of the storm, you see the bones of old ships stuck on these reefs today. The reef around Dagon's Horn is called the Kraken's Hoard. But I shall put your tokens on the map. There you are. No, she's not that big.
She's gigantic!
Oh my god!
Oh, you should have told us that.
And that is Lady Hydemark. She, puts her staff to the ground, sort of hold herself up as the wind is just raking through here. She raises her hand, and the wind subsides. And you can all see surrounding this depression, a wind wall is literally keeping the wind at bay. She sighs. Now then. She removes several things from her pouches and looks at them, and she begins making notations on a scroll. She looks. Neshtir, you have the spear, correct?
Oh shit, I left it at the house. Just kidding!
Yeah. Sin was not pleased at that moment.
I was just joking, Grandma.
Yes. Hold the spear out for me, dear.
You're always so serious, and she's...
We're about to try to bind 13 Death Knights. And I'm not even sure they're all on this plane. We have Turney the Merciless, a Balor Archmage in the area. And we're in the middle of a storm on a lifeless rock in front of a well of darkness. I'm a little concerned.
Sounds like a great story to me.
Let's hope it has a wonderful ending, too. She begins pouring a vial of liquid onto the spear as she begins to incant a spell. And you see this reddish rust liquid sort of wrap around the haft of the spear. It feels weird as it sort of oozes along your hand, but doesn't actually get your hand wet. So it feels weird. Sin nods and then can take the spear. The blood of your grandfather has once again come in handy.
Creepazoid.
Man, how
One
many
must do what one must.
Just have that laying
do
around?
you have? Again.
Well, I'm a woman who does not waste components. I've had this for many years. The day we consummated our marriage.
Done. Okay, done. We're done. We're done.
Well, y'all were into
It's
some
a-
weird stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
Nash just
that's
like this.
Yeah, not
I
gonna.
know more
Not,
about your family's reproduction than I ever thought I would.
I know, same. She's like, la 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 la.
not judging. No kink shame, but move on. That's okay. So, yeah.
She says no one here is a wizard or understands. I'm sorry, Nesh. So she takes a spear and she walks out towards the large well cap that seems so very out of place. She stands beside it and puts the spear into part of the design of the well cap. She takes a deep breath and looks at the four of you. All right, I'm going to start the spell. Once I start it, I can't stop it. If I stop it, we've wasted everything. The spear will no longer be possible to be used. The well will not open, it will not draw in the Death Knights. So, no pressure.
Yeah, don't fuck this up.
No problem. Partners.
So, she bows her head and she begins to quietly chant under her breath. And nothing seems to happen at first. The storm is being kept at bay, or the winds of the storm is being kept at bay by the wind walls you put up. The rain is still falling, but is not as, slashes on your skin. It's hard, but not painful. Lightning crackles overhead. It paints the sky with its lurid colors as she chants. I'm going to ask now, what do the four of you do?
Ray is going to summon their glaive and just kind of keep an eye out because they're not really sure what's supposed to happen to get the Death Knights there. So they're just kind of like, first evil face I see, I'm cutting off.
How long did she say it would take?
She didn't. She said a long time.
Okay.
When the glaive appears, Ray, there is the howl of a wolf. And you all see literally this ethereal wolf, easily 3 times the size of a normal wolf, covering Ray and the glaive as it howls and then vanishes.
I wish I had my wolf here.
Unfortunately,
How come Ray
he's
got to
not.
bring their wolf?
Well, his wolf fits in extra-dimensional space, so you see.
Could have tried harder. That's all I'm saying.
And what does Nesh, Theoden, and Dan do as Ray is ready for trouble?
And hides.
There's
It's most
lots of places.
effective if he's not seen. So he hides.
Alrighty then. Move your token
Not
to where
scared.
you would like to be.
The math checks out.
Scared. He's hiding strategically.
Okay, put your
Good.
token where you want to hide.
I'm just imagining Dan actually like walking toward the hiding space, like, I'm not scared. Like exactly what you're saying.
Give me a
Everything's
stealth check.
okay.
This is strategery.
Now please turn away.
I can't hide if you can see me.
Okay. Nash and Theoden, what do you do?
I am going to move behind Grandma. Just in case.
Okay. And Theoden, you're moving over there.
Theoden is moving over here and is reciting the words to a new spell that he got access to. Actually, 2 different spells he's got access to. So he's almost holding an action to cast a spell whenever he sees something that is going to be offensive in nature.
All right. Time passes. You're not sure how long it seems to crawl by, but it really couldn't have been more than a couple dozen seconds. And you hear the grind of metal on metal as you see the seam of the well cap part and slowly open. And then
A Tarask jumps out and goes, "Ah!"
And
Who wants some
then-
ice cream?
tentacles emerge.
Oh, what?
Ew.
That's fine. Let them grab things.
Once again with the tentacles, and never mind.
They reach for Sin, but are brought up short as something is keeping them from reaching, and these myriad tentacles are testing what's keeping them here. And you hear this rumble of something massive being annoyed.
What is that? I thought this was a one-way trip.
Sin doesn't answer. She's chanting.
It's a
Could have told
sarlacc
us about
pit.
Could have told us about the damn tentacles. That's all I'm saying.
Be
First, I
quiet.
don't have
She's
a wolf.
she's concentrating.
I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to you.
Why? I don't know about tentacles either.
Well, that's 2 failures now, isn't it?
And the tentacles sort of recede down into the well, and it's just this roiling darkness. And then Sin raises the spear up and brings it down. At which point the spear stops, cracks, and turns to dust.
I hope that was supposed to happen.
Right.
And Sin steps back, and in a language, I'm curious, what languages does the party speak?
All of them.
Celestial and common.
Common?
Okay. And
You said it
Theoden?
like you were gonna say more.
Just
Common
that.
and
There's more.
no.
He's got a -1 to his intelligence, so He's lucky to know common.
So Theoden.
Common, deep speech, dwarvish, and undercommon.
Damn.
Okay. Nash.
Celestial, common, elvish, halfling, old dwarven, orc, and undercommon.
Oh, look at
Okay.
you.
Old dwarven. What the hell is that?
Why don't you
It's-
know
It's
that, Theoden?
it's for
Well,
old
he
dwarves.
Any dwarf who's
Oh, okay.
they speak their language, and dwarves measure generations in hundreds of years. So, what's old for one race isn't old for another. The language that Sin uses, none of you recognize, but just hearing it makes you feel dirty. Makes you feel as if you walked through a sewer. It is a vile sounding language. And she raises her hand up, and the tentacles shoot up out of the well. 10, 20, 30, 100, 200, 1,000 feet into the air, and the tentacles spread out across the sky, searching.
Not us.
The fuck?
Maybe they're going to get the things.
I'm gonna catch him with
That's
this
like,
little
yeah.
suction.
Messengers or something.
Gotta catch them all.
Pokemon, yeah, I've heard this. Halflings played this game, Pokemon something.
The storm picks up in strength. I would like all of you to roll perception check. Excellent roll.
Oh, shit, damn.
20. Nash
Oh,
notices
I don't
nothing.
see shit.
Nope, but Theoden, Dan, and Ray do.
You guys see a pattern? 3 of us make it, one of us never does.
Nesh is like just so into those tentacles.
She's like, hey.
Runs in the family. Weird, just runs in the family.
As lightning paints the sky, you see, the three of you see the shadow of a massive figure that is not of this world, of this reality, of this sanity. It is a thing of tentacles. And she has summoned it. Its purpose, singular. Gather the Death Knights. And it's reaching, it's searching, and all of a sudden, you hear a scream as the sky is split by literally a ball of fire as you see a Death Knight. One, you're not certain that until it gets closer. And it's Lord Monstoon. Whatever, can't pronounce it. One of the Death Knights. He's a scribe nightmare. Him and the nightmare are being pulled by a massive tentacle as he's shrieking. In several languages, he sees you all. Free me and I will grant you wishes! Free me!
Nesh at that moment bent over and picked up a really pretty pebble that she had eyed earlier, and no idea.
Did we ever discuss if Ray knows which of the Death Knights is their ancestor? I can't remember.
Yes. If you look at the little handout marked 13 names,
Right.
you will see one that is highlighted
Okay.
in yellow.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm assuming none helped the good Lord Monstoon.
Nah.
Okay.
You have sealed your fate by your actions, fiend.
And now he's hurling curses at you. He'll come back. He'll eat your livers. He screams, no, 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 and then it's a high-pitched wail as a tentacle crushes his body and pulls him through the well. Another tentacle returns, and it holds Lorana Calf of Nalex, the only female Death Knight. She is surrounded by a blade barrier. The tentacle has simply wrapped her and the barrier and is pulling her here. And she is in deep prayer. Theoden, you can tell she's praying to Hexor to save her. Hexor doesn't answer. His answer to this like, nope, back it up, just back it up. And then another Death Knight, a pair. Their names you know, Mayrol, Farian, Lord boy, Andromansis, boy. You can tell these are Gygaxian names if ever there were any. And Death Knight after Death Knight is being pulled into the well, crushed by these tentacles to make them fit. They're hurling spells of lethal force. If any of them reached you, you wouldn't be bones. You would be like cigarette ash in the wind. And you count 2, 3, 4, and you reach the number 11. And then you see tentacles coming back that have been sliced and burned, but carry no Death Knight. And Sin reacts as if she's been struck. And you see blood coming out of her nostril.
Grandma!
And she wavers, but she stays on her feet as she whispers to Nesh, he will not let Kargoth go. I cannot gather him. He has pulled him to the abyss. He is beyond my reach.
So are we gonna have 12 instead of 13?
She nods. And speaking of 12, you see a golden light streaking through the sky like a comet. That, instead of going through the sky, has arced from the ground and slams into the horn of Dagon. And there stands Prince Miral of Rax, the 12th Death Knight, and Ray's kin. As he looks at everybody here, and especially he looks at Sin. You will not gather me in, witch. He holds up his hand. There's a glowing golden ring. I made sure your spells would never take me into the well of darkness, I see. I will not go so easily. I plan to take your heart first.
If you will not go willingly, you will go in pieces.
He looks up at Ray. I smell kindred soul. He snaps down his hand, and what apparates is a glaive, dark and vile. It hurts to look at, and it growls. Come, child. Let us speak. He raises his glaive in a defensive position. And now we roll initiative.
No!
Come on, baby, don't fail me.
I need to.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Well, I need to put up the initiative order first. So.
It still
Oh.
didn't help.
Okay. I'll put that in there. Let's see here. What layer am I on?
I'll fix that to the real one.
I didn't click my guy.
Don't worry, I'll put it in for you. I am nothing but kind and generous.
No, I
Okay.
go first.
Well,
Sneak around that guy.
Sin has to roll. She rolls a 9 as well.
Rigged.
Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen of the party, we are in combat. Dan, you're up.
Yeah, Dan is so quick to do stuff. Is so. Well, fudge muffins.
Okay, you throw
Dan.
fudge muffins at him.
I have still cookies.
Ranged weapons. But he needed that.
Just hold your action.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action. I was trying to think of something, but I ain't got nothing. I'm just gonna hold.
Okay. Then Theoden.
Are we looking at are the squares 5 foot or 10 foot?
The squares on there are actually 10 feet. But if you use a ruler, you can get the exact distance you are from something.
All right. Of course, Ray chose poorly and is on the opposite end of where they need to be. That's
Right.
always special.
You
Knowing
chose
that Dan,
poorly.
knowing that Dan went to the right somewhere, Theoden's going to move up to like right in here.
Okay. Move your token.
Sorry, forgot to push the button. And then, as a bonus action, is going to cast Searing Smite. So the next time I hit something with a melee weapon, it does some other damage and stuff, but I get hit. And then I'm going to hold my action and wait for them to come to me.
Alrighty then. And that's the end of your turn.
Correct.
Nash, you're up.
Is this guy a celestial still, or is he considered a fiend or something now?
He is considered undead.
Okay,
But
I just needed to
in
know.
life, he was an Azamar.
Right, which is why I asked. Okay, then I am going to cast... Magic Circle.
Okay.
And that will be around myself and Grandma.
Okay. 10-foot circle.
And I will name Undead as the creature that cannot enter and such.
Okay, just a second here.
Good
I can do
choice.
this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a magic circle.
That spell is awesome.
Yeah, I got it too. I was just holding it.
And now let me see here.
That's interesting. You can flip it.
Yeah, that's what's cool about it too, is that you can basically keep them within that area.
Does everybody see the orange or yellow circle around Nash?
Yep, definitely.
That is the
Nice.
circle.
Nice.
I will now make the circle because that's just an R around her, and she moves, it's going to move. So, draw.
Would that be considered a circle of life?
At this particular moment? Yep.
It moves us all, you know.
Let's throw him off the cliff.
And now I can't pick it up, of course.
I pick up what you're putting down.
Unfortunately, I cannot.
Roll 20 dilemma.
From this angle, the token for my ancestor looks like it kind of has a smiley face on it. I will kill you all.
I'm going to move you briefly so see if I can get this thing. Yes, there we. Weird. Anyway. We're just going to go with the circle around Nesh. Okay, that's your round. I assume that's where you're going to stay?
Yes.
Okay. In your bonus action.
Oh, I have those. I don't even know. I didn't think that far ahead.
Okay.
Just a second. Let me see if there's anything.
Okay.
Nope. I got nothing.
Okay, then it's Sin's turn. She looks at the prince. She glances first back at Nesh, then at you all. She closes her eyes and takes up her staff again, and she slams it into the earth or the stone, and there is a shimmer of silvery red light around her and Prince Naral. And then she drops to her knees and he staggers. She looks at the party. I've weakened him. But I've weakened myself too. I can hold him at this weakness, but you have to destroy him or throw him in the well. That is her action. His action. He gets back up and he looks at Sin, ever the vile witch, as he stalks forward. 1, 2, 3. You were holding your action. He is now here.
I attack.
Get him!
Attack away! Oh, unfortunately, that's a miss, sir.
Alrighty then.
You swing your hammer, and he blocks it with the haft of his glaive. As he chuckles, your power is weak, dwarf. Faithbreaker can smell it. As he swings his glaive up, and with one hand swings it down at you with murderous intent. Does a 12 hit?
Ooh, gonna go with no.
Okay, you raise your shield, and red sparks shear off as the glaive fails the strike. That's his turn. Ray.
All right. Ray, if anyone's paying attention, has gone dead quiet. And they're going to fully run up here. And then I don't know if this is going to work, but they're going to cast Lightning Lore on Morale. So he needs to make a strength saving throw of 13.
Okay, strength saving throw it is. He makes an 18.
Fuck.
The lightning strikes over him and he just pulls his hand away. I see my line has become feebled in time.
Rude.
Oh, he went there.
Anything else, Ray?
That is all I got. Movement and action. No bonus actions.
Alrighty, sir. Dan, it's now back to your turn. If there was an action,
Okay.
if there was an action you wanted to do with your held action, you can do it before your turn. So if you want to move over to him and then have a full turn to attack, you can.
Be a plus. I'd like to move.
Okay.
Turn off. Oh, no more. No more.
Gotta go
You
back
gotta
up and click the arrow
Yeah.
and then select move.
Oh, what a weird. Sneak, sneak, sneak.
Okay,
Sneak.
that's what you used for your held action.
Yes.
Now it's your turn. What do you do?
Now I sneak, sneak, sneak.
So I creep. Yeah.
Okay.
The creep. With my rapier.
Alrighty then. 13. You're quiet as a mouse. You swing you thrust your rapier, planning to go through this nice little part in his armor. And as you swing, he turns. Luckily, you're only hit by his arm as he knocks your attack off. I am a veteran of many wars, child. Your feeble attempts to attack me are for naught.
That's me. Tell me I'm a grown up. I've been on my own for a really long time. I've seen some shit I didn't know about.
Okay.
I wore a warper.
You don't know what I've birthed.
Okay. Theoden, you're up.
Theoden casts Spirit Guardians.
Oh, that's an evil spell. Okay.
Oh, I thought I was going to show it to you.
Get him.
It won't actually put it out in chat.
Yeah, you have to change the
something
readout for yeah, you have to change that in the thing.
There, I did it the old-fashioned way.
The power of cut and paste.
Boom. All right.
Okay. 15 feet around you in all directions. Is that correct? Yeah, radius.
That is correct. And
Okay.
my ancestors so far are pathetic and did 6 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, that's a bad 3d8 roll.
Oh, that's bad.
There
Oh,
you go,
damn.
Theoden.
All right.
If you had just moved over a little bit more, we'd have a nice little Venn diagram going on.
Yes, we would.
Well, that's awful nice. Nope. And then, so that's my action. And my bonus action. I cast Magic Weapon. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if I can. Sorry.
Yeah, if it's not a cantrip, then
Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm an idiot. Okay, my bad. That's it. That's what I
Okay.
do.
There we go. I finally got the circle for you, Nesh. Okay, you cast Spirit Guardians, and he has to make a saving throw, or he just takes damage.
Anytime he's in it, he takes damage.
he has to make
Okay.
a wisdom saving
Oh,
throw
wisdom
first.
saving throw. Wisdom. Yep, wisdom.
Okay, let me make the wisdom save. 16. Does that beat your DC?
Yes, it does.
Motherfucker.
So he takes 3 points of damage.
What do your spirit guardians look like?
Oh, they're ancient dwarves, each clad in full plate mail, matching head to toe with inscriptions and insignias all throughout. Kind of the lineage of Theoden's family.
Nice.
Cool. Okay. Anything else you're going to do this round, or is that it?
Nope, that's me.
Alrighty, Nesh, you're up.
And Nash points her finger like, pew pew, and says, "Dodge this, ugly." And I'll have to click the button now.
Oh yeah.
She does it at second level, so.
Magic missiles slam into him
Oh hell
as
yeah.
he staggers a bit and he looks at you. I'll be dealing you with a second whelp.
Yeah. Just come closer.
And
Like,
Minus 50.
come this way.
And you going to move, Nesh? Anything else you want to?
No, I'm pretty freaking happy where I am right now, thanks.
Alrighty then. Sin's turn. She is spending her turn keeping him weakened. The prince's turn. He swings his glaive at Dan. Again, one-handed. Does a 15 hit Dan?
Yeah.
It does?
Ah. I'm just a rogue.
Okay. You take 6 points of slashing damage.
Oh, okay.
Save for death.
Cool.
His powers are weakened considerably by Sin's.
Yeah, let's not get too cocky.
Nah, not cocky. Just
Okay, that's his turn, and you can tell he's frustrated now that he's unable to slice you in half as he normally would. Ray, you're up.
Ray is going to move over here, but as a little bit of a flavor thing, as they go by, they're going to take their first attack as they run by, and then as they get on the other side of him, they will stab again. So they're going to take their 2 attacks
Okay.
with their glaive. First attack, 11.
Misses.
Motherfucker. Second attack.
Ah.
made it. That's amazing.
Okay, your swing now. As you swing, he's using the head of his glaive to block yours and knock it aside as he laughs at you contemptuously. Says, "Clearly, you're still a boy or a child in training. Go gather your elders."
Ray doesn't say anything, but their eyes harden even more.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
That's okay.
Premature spell. First time it's ever happened to me.
Premature spell ejaculation. Gotcha.
It's never happened before.
Dan, you're up again.
Well, I'm gonna stab him regular style because I can't sneak up on him now.
Well, he's in.
Yeah, you still get.
Yeah, he's in melee combat with 2 of your party members. You can still get sneak attack.
Oh, rock on!
Little air guitar.
Air guitar.
Alas, you miss.
The air guitar breaks a string. Bing.
Well, air lyre, right? Because this is D&D.
He swings back with his shield to block your sword.
Jesus, this motherfucker.
All right. Oh, yeah.
It's our rules.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Dan?
I would kind of like
Let's see.
an action, I guess. I was gonna push him towards the well.
That would require
So-
an action instead of an attack. So, next round you can do it instead of attacking. All right.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Theoden, you're up.
All right. Weird question. I saw him he said something about a ring and pointed to a ring on his hand, and that's why Sin couldn't get to him.
Correct.
Is that hand available?
It's well. Are you asking for his hand in marriage?
It's already betrothed. It has a
Yes.
ring.
I would like to ask for his hand in marriage if he would give me that ring. I'd marry him.
The ring is on the hand he's holding the glaive with.
So, what would I need to do to smash that hand?
You would have to roll very high on an attack roll.
You got this.
And I will point this out before you roll. If you're specifically aiming for the hand, it's an attack with disadvantage.
All right, I'll wait. It's
Okay.
okay. But is that does Theoden get the idea that that is the thing that's keeping him from being grabbed and pulled in like everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Theoden will just attack regularly this time then. See if we get some
Okay.
hits in.
Now, you do have advantage because Dan is flanking him. So that you two have flanking.
15 hit?
15 doesn't hit, sir. It rings off his shield as you're beginning to hate his laugh because it has the dual combinations of an undead and a noble laughing at a pitiful mortal commoner.
Fuck you. Oh, that's it.
Okay. Nash, you're up.
Sorry, I'm trying to look something up real quick.
Hurry! Hurry!
I know. Yeah, I can't do that. That
Which is
would.
a 9th level spell. I don't think we're there yet.
Actually.
Do you have remove ring?
Ooh, I might be able to do
finger?
this.
Just spitballing here.
Just
spitballing.
a second.
You're confusing your poor wizard.
That's easy.
You know what'll happen when she gets confused? Fireball.
If it hits a sumbitch, I don't care at this point.
I'll die for him to die.
Ooh, such declarations. Pleases the dungeon masters.
Okay. I am going to cast.
Oh.
The guy.
Okay, he has to make a DC 16 con.
It was supposed to show up on here, but it didn't.
I know Roll20 can occasionally be evil, but he will make his con save.
Son of a
19.
Unbelievable.
Well, you didn't let me finish.
Okay.
I was casting it on his shield.
Okay. I will roll his shield's save. Seven.
And by the way, because it's an evocation magic, nobody else but him, that shield, is affected.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know evokers are evil that way. So, he loses the benefits of his shield. His armor
yeah.
class is lowered.
She says, nah. Ugly. She's not real good at this.
Okay, the shield shatters. The bits of metal slam into his body, then fall away. And he growls at you. But it does free him to take up a two-handed grip on his glaive.
Oh, no.
You know,
Alrighty
benefits,
then.
sometimes not so much.
Okay, Sin.
Let me move a
I'll
second.
roll.
I'm not moving much.
Okay.
Just out of his sight.
Hide behind grandma.
Hide behind these tentacles.
Sin is busy, and it's his turn.
Spirit Guardians.
And he must make another saving throw. What was it?
It's
That was,
Constitution.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Seven.
Yeah.
Dog, diggity dog.
So, I will ask you, Nathan. Do you wish to roll damage every time, or go with the original damage?
I think I'll take roll new damage for 300, please, Alex.
Alrighty then.
Mother of pearl.
Hey, you went up 1.
One more point, dude. Sometimes.
By
helps.
like the 20th round, you'll finally be doing real damage.
Some bullshit right here.
The dwarves are pounding on him, and he's swatting them aside. It's annoying him more than anything. And now he looks at everyone. Fine. You brought allies. I will too.
No.
And he raises his glaive and drives the foot of it into the ground. There's a crack, crack, crack. It goes across, and you hear things coming up out of the ground as you see 8 armored skeletons emerging.
But you see, like, we're level 5. You're like what, level like 18?
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh shit.
Oh, I gotta be on the right. Let me move this down.
Do they
I
all
was
appear
prepare.
within the Spirit Guardian area?
We'll see.
They're like, hey?
Okay, I'm going to make them appear for you, and then I'll put them where they need to.
Oh god.
Okay, I'm going to roll a d6, and that's how far away they are from him in square.
Money.
I'm so glad I said undead.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Spirit Guardians.
Oh yeah. Let's
Nice
see.
roll.
They have to make a will save, correct?
Yep,
A
wisdom.
save. Okay. Here's their wisdom saves. 16. Dang.
So take 5.
Okay, they take 5 points of damage. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 8 take 5 points.
Oh, that's not...
As the dwarves charge them and begin using their hammers on these vile creatures as they crawl up out of the ground. They do not attack on this turn, but they will attack on his turn next. And that is his turn. Ray.
Seeing these undead creatures appear and not being able to land a blow, Ray is livid and a little excited to finally confront the person who cursed their bloodline. So they summon the power of their fallen Aasimar blood and cast Necrotic Shroud. And you see these giant spectral wings appear from their back, and like they're feathered, but like each feather has like this really like thick coating of like sludge on it.
Ray,
So good.
roll me percentile dice.
Oh geez.
That's
The big boy.
100. Yes.
Do you want me to roll just a D100, or do you want me to
Yeah.
roll like the two tens and do it that way?
No, D100.
Okay. 84.
Okay. You are bringing out, then they would be skeletal wings. They would be the fallen effect of your ancestor. But for a moment, they're skeletal. And through the clouds, a light shines on you. And you hear in your head, let him be redeemed. And feathers burst along your skeletal wings, and your necrotic field becomes radiant. As
shit.
Pelor has given you a boon.
You're a glowy man now.
How does that work?
Or them. Sorry.
Take what your necrotic is and just make it radiant.
Oh, okay. So, but like the other effect is that anything within 10 feet of me has to make a charisma saving throw or be frightened of me.
That is perfectly fine as well.
Okay.
Everything else still works.
So it looks like it's just ooh, I gotta change. It looks like it's just this one, and him. Need to
Okay.
beat charisma DC 11.
Oh,
He's
this-
probably super
yeah.
charismatic.
Not really.
Ooh.
Born spokesman.
A 5 for the prince.
Hey.
So he's afraid of me.
Yes, and
Tremendous!
oh,
Wow!
and that's for the skeleton.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
-2.
Did they just
Minus
crumple
3.
in fear?
I'm going to say they burst into flames and scream as they are consumed.
Yes.
Love it.
They rolled like a double nat 1, man.
Yeah, I've got to honor that. That's too rare.
I love it.
To
I
have
love it.
happen.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen that.
So
I think I've done it before. Not negative
Yeah,
2,
so have
but I
I.
think I've done a double 1 before.
A natural -2.
So they don't say anything when the wings spread out. They just stare straight at Moral and kind of like straighten
Yeah.
up when they feel like the radiance.
Moral, he cringes back from the radiance, the fear. As I check really quick. His condition immunities. He cannot be frightened.
Son of a bitch.
But it did cause him to recoil.
Right.
So it has had
Made him
effect.
flinch.
And you made him flinch.
2 for flinching.
Don't tempt me. And you destroyed 2 of his undead. They just
Right. That's good.
could not be in the light of Heronius as a fallen Asmar is redeemed. And I'm presuming that is your round, correct?
Yes, that's all I can do.
Okay. Dan, you're up.
I'm going to stab him.
Okay. His armor class is lowered because he no longer has his shield. So,
Nice.
a 22 hit.
Yeah.
Suck it.
So the rapier does 4 points of damage itself. Please roll your sneak. Ooh, nice. 12 points of damage.
It's right. I got another hit
And he
die
never
on my-
saw it coming.
Now you thrust it through that chink in his armor that you saw earlier, and he arches his back in pain. He's looking concerned. Theoden, you're up.
Theoden cast Turn Undead.
Yes! Get that cleric action going.
So it's
Oh,
DC 13 Wisdom save.
Now he is unaffected because
Yep.
he's a Death Knight,
Totally get it.
and he's wearing that ring. Unfortunately, the skeleton are not wearing the ring,
30 feet too? Fuck yeah.
and yeah, they retreat.
What is their CR? If I can ask. Oh, hold on. Before I ask that, if their CR is 1/2 or lower, please let me know.
Oh, it is. It's 1/4.
They are destroyed.
Okay. And that's within 30 feet of you, right? I'm
That's
pretty
correct.
sure that's all of them in there.
Yeah, I just picked up for level 5. I just picked up Destroy Undead. When an undead fails its saving throw against your turn undead feature, it is instantly destroyed if its CR is lower than the threshold for your level. My CR threshold is 1/2.
Okay.
Yes.
Badass.
Theoden raises his holy symbol. And is there anything you want to say to call down this destruction, or shall I just continue?
No, go ahead. I think he would yell for Morden to destroy these evil beings.
Okay. You yell out to Moradin to destroy these foul creatures on the face of his world. And your hammer goes up, and there is a sound of a massive hammer ringing off an anvil. And as it does that, you just see the undead crunch as if they were hit by that massive hammer. As I slowly boom them.
So nice to see the X pop on to each one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's satisfying.
And one more for a boomfecta. The undead are gone. Let me remove these foul things from your sight.
You totally deserve those cookies.
Thanks, they're really good. They're really good cookies.
And once more, Prince Mirhal is alone.
That is my turn.
Alrighty, and never a finer turn have I seen from a dwarven cleric, sir. Nesh.
Okay, so she will point at him again. But this time... I don't think I hit him with a 10.
Well, not with a 10. You will with a 16. And you got advantage on him at this particular moment. The holy radiance of Moradin, the glowing light of Heronius gives you advantage for this one moment. So you hit.
Yay!
And what level did you cast it at?
Oh, it didn't ask me. I'll just do, I think it's a second level.
Yeah, just so the straight
Yeah,
level.
yeah.
5 points of acid damage.
Ooh.
And the dungeon master must now do a tally.
Man, that was a lousy roll. All those ones, look at that.
Damn, that's awful. Our combined rolls tonight are awful.
Yeah.
All
I
of
think-
our
Okay.
damage rolls have been
This game is
pathetic.
jinxed.
Jinxed intelligent.
Rigged.
It is
Hashtag
Prince-
rigged. Not really. I didn't say I was done.
Oh, okay.
I'm done.
Okay, I thought so. Now, next round he'll be taking 2 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay, but it is his turn now. And he turns to face Ray. And he says, I will not be beaten by the likes of you. And he attacks twice with his glaive. His two-handed grip. 25.
Just misses.
Oh man, that's glaive.
Oh Jesus, yeah, that hits.
18.
Oh son of a bitch.
I
Yeah,
think that
hits.
hits too. Okay.
18 just hits.
Okay, 6 points of damage and 6 points of damage for 12. Oh man, look at those rolls. That's horrible.
That's fine. I don't mind it.
It's
So
okay.
long as it's going around for you too, it's all right.
Yeah.
He
It's
needs to
really
do a
accurate.
wisdom save too for the spirit guardians.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's seriously, I don't know that I've ever. I mean, I know that roll 20 does its logical thing, but to roll this many ones, it's pretty crazy.
It's pretty nuts. Pretty suspicious.
He takes half damage.
So 8.
He what?
He rolled a
Oh.
22 on his save.
I thought you meant he takes half damage on like just everything. I was like, what?
Why?
What?
Oh, your thing.
Okay, all good. I was like, what? But we do the one.
Okay, and you rolled 17.
Yep. So he takes 8.
8 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. That's his turn. Ray, you're up.
All right, so gonna try something pretty crazy. I'm not sure if it's gonna work.
Okay then.
I want to move
all
as
ears.
close to him as possible and angle it just in such a way, cause I'm a cast Thunder Wave, and I don't want to knock Theridin or Dan into the well. Do you think
Okay.
that's possible?
I think you can always try.
All right, then yeah. So it's a 15-foot cube.
And how far will it knock him if he fails?
It's 10 feet.
That'll put him in the well. And to facilitate you, literally changing the spell on the fly, I would like you to roll an Arcana check for me, please.
Come on, baby. It's not
16.
that bad.
That's good. That's good. Now, what is the DC he needs?
It's a
And-
Constitution saving throw of 13.
Okay. The butt. Sorry, I didn't have that pushed.
Fuck.
19. He still makes it. How much
So-
damage does he?
It's let me see, where are you? Oh shit, I didn't put it in here. Alright, I'll just free roll it. So it's 2d8.
5 points of damage.
So he takes half of that.
So 2 points of damage.
Son of a bitch.
I don't think your math is right.
Oh wait, no. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is... Yeah, on a successful save, the creature takes half so much. Yeah, so it's 2. Shit.
Okay.
So is that Arcana check to not hit my companions?
That is correct. They are not
Oh.
damaged by it.
Okay, cool.
Thanks. Could have taken it, but
Well, if you failed, you would have been knocked back and...
been knocked back to the coast.
As you're casting the spell, he seemed to recognize what it was and drove his glaive into the ground. So when it hit him, he didn't. if you could say he's breathing heavily, undead, he's breathing heavily. Dan, you're up.
I'm gonna stab him.
Okay then.
Oh, good. Good.
Oh,
Real bad.
what the hell with
real
the
bad.
ones? See, it's roll 20.
Bad. I stabbed myself in the leg. Just
The blade breaks on his back and the point hits you in the eye.
Somebody's
Not that bad, but-
algorithms are off.
Yes, I'd be screaming about that were I a player. Needless to say, you miss. Theoden, your turn.
I'm gonna smash him.
Okay, you smash him.
Other.
Well,
Fuck.
I have to take that back. You have flanking, so you have advantage on that hit. I would have mentioned it last time, but it was still a 1 for Dan.
very bad.
So you hit him for 10 points of damage.
All right, I smash his in the back of the leg.
To steal a phrase from a fellow dungeon master, how would you like to do?
So I think what I would like to do is hit him in the leg with the hammer, and it kind of bolts him upright so that Ray can Sparta kick him into the tentacles.
Okay. You bring him upright. He's off balance. And you look to Ray. Now, you scream. And Ray doesn't need any help. It doesn't need any more warning or told. Ray delivers a powerful kick in the chest of the prince. The prince screams, "No!" as he sails.
I would like
Well.
to amend that, because on my next turn I was planning on just football pushing him
Okay.
into the
Right.
well. But I don't know if they have enough to stop themselves from going into the well as well.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. If you want to do that, you can more than welcome try. I will allow it. He's going in regardless. So what I'll need from you, Ray, your choice. Athletics or acrobatics?
Fuck, I got +5 to athletics, so
Red Bull gives you wings.
13?
You slam into him, as you said, in a football tackle, pushing him that way. And you're not sure you're going to be able to stop. You know he has to go in. And somewhere in your head, you make peace with this. You're okay with this. If he goes and it has to take you with him, that's okay. And at the last second, you feel something tug on the back of your armor, and you stop. And he goes in. The tentacles grab and pull. He screams as he's pulled into the well of darkness, deep into the abyss where even demons won't go. 12 Death Knights lie imprisoned. Congratulations.
We did it.
92%. That ain't bad. Or something.
I can actually hear Dan saying that in the back. It's like, What the what?
12 out of 13 ain't bad.
Theoden wants to go over to Sin and ask, "Is it finished? Like, how do we finish this?"
As you hear the rumble of metal, as the jaws close, and the tentacles are no more, and a gentle rain falls on Dagon's horn.
I think that means it's done.
Ray's just kind of standing at the well, kind of like staring. Not sure how they didn't fall into the well, too.
It's probably those shiny new wings.
Yeah, did you say that Ray is no longer a fallen Aasimar?
That's what I said.
Shit.
Redemption!
I don't think they really notice. I think they think they're just the same as they were.
I can understand that.
They're so used to, like, what they're like.
Until a gust of wind comes up and he's like, woo! Floats away like a kite.
Sin, with the help of Nesh, gets to her feet. She looks around. Well, we didn't get Kargoth, but we got the rest. And they're imprisoned in a place that will not be as easily opened as Gunverbad. You did well, said all of you. You have stopped the plans of Amanibor. But his memory is long and he will not forget. But right now, this day, you won.
We will remain vigilant.
I'm glad my granddaughter found you. You are good friends.
I didn't really find them. They showed up on my doorstep one day.
Well, I'm glad they did. Now let me get you back to Iron Gate. And I need to take a long rest. And that is where we will end this chapter of Iron Heroes TDK.
We win! And I didn't even get to unleash the fireball. Oh, I'm so sad.
Oh,
I know, it's
Aw.
terrible.
we just wrecked those skeletons so fast.
I know,
Oh,
because
yeah.
that was my next spell. Had he not destroyed, I was
Right.
gonna. But it's cool.
It
It's
was
cool.
excellent.
It's an
I
okay
hope you
problem.
all- I
Exactly.
hope you enjoyed the battle.
I love watching clerics frickin' obliterate undead. It's awesome.
Right, right.
Hmm.
I was fully prepared to sacrifice myself.
Well, I'm glad you didn't have to. The rolls were not there tonight for any sacrifices being made. But I feel that this is a wonderful conclusion for a wonderful group. I have enjoyed Dungeon Mastering you all over the last several months.
Thank you for running it for us.
Hmm.
But it is now 10 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen who have stuck with us to watch the rest of this and all of our other episodes, I'm glad you stuck with us. And while we will not be here next week, I would like all of you to know where you can find my players. Nathan, could you start us off?
Yeah, sure. So again, I'm Nathan. Twitter handle is @NotAnotherNate. I am on Friday nights on Phantom Roll Booth. Rich and I both play in a kind of a rotating schedule type game called Morty's Devils. and it's an 80s campy kind of episodic show. Really fun. I just started GMing on Pro Restarter's channel on Monday nights, a Dark Sun campaign with Michael from Return to Greyhawk and a couple others. Morgan and Adriana from a couple other shows are really, really good. We had our first game last night. It was really good. I'm also working on a Dark Sun podcast called the Twitter handle is Dark Sun Podcast, and it's called Athos Anthology. Not sure why I know why actually my brain blocked out, because what I want to do is, this is our last sign off. I want to make sure that I thank Shane and the Greyhawk channel. I thank Danny and John for coming in and bringing our group together and working with us. I want to thank Abby and Jess for playing all the games with us and all the fun. And I'm sorry you couldn't be here, to kind of finish this out. I also want to thank Amy and Michael for jumping in when they didn't have to, when they knew they were going to not just be players, but put in extra work and time and attention to keep things going and to make something that we would have fun and enjoy playing in. And that's special to me. And I want to thank Rich and Laura for this journey. I always say that you really get to know someone by playing in a game with them, and we have spent most Tuesday nights for the past year hanging out, and I will miss that immensely. I started playing a game and found friends, and so I'm hoping that we keep in contact and then we can play again sometime. I will miss this absolutely, and thank you for sticking it out with us.
Well said, sir. Rich,
He's
where
all.
can people find you?
I don't know how to follow that. Jeez.
Yeah, I was nervous.
So heartwarming. I'm Rich. You can find me at Quixotic on most social media. You can find me not this coming Friday, but next Friday on Morty's Devils as a player. I have at least 1 or 2 more episodes that I wrote that should be on this season, and you can also hear my voice in the Fangirls podcast, and sometime near I think the end of this month, you can also hear me in the after show Fangirling, where we discuss everything Star Wars related, along with the show itself. So I think that's all I have for right now. And I want to agree with Nathan. Thank you, everybody who's been associated with this game. It's been my first real continuous streaming experience, and it's been great to be able to play a character more than once and to like really figure out who I'm playing and grow, and like Nathan said, make new friends. So I look forward to hopefully meeting some of you in person in the future, if I haven't already met you in person. And yeah, that's all I got.
Also well said. Laura, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at HuttonButton14. You can find me in a podcast called Fate and the Fable Maidens, where it's a family-friendly D&D podcast where I play a halfling bard who just got the cutest little new friend. I don't want to say what it is in case you want to catch up, which you do. So I'm excited where that goes. But has been a really good time. And Danny came up to me and asked if I wanted to be part of this. I was so nervous, and I thought about it for a long time, because it was my first streaming experience. I had just gotten into tabletop games again, and know these people. I don't know who they're gonna be. I don't know what they're gonna be like. I don't know what I want to do. So I'm really glad that I did it, because I made some really good friends, and it was such a good experience. And so many characters we've made this last year. Like, gonna miss it a lot. I'm gonna miss y'all a lot. Thanks to everybody for being part of it. Can't wait for our next adventure together someday soon.
Very well said. Amy, where can we find you?
You can find me at Bloody Jackal on Twitter and Instagram and the Discord for the Greyhawk channel. I'm always lingering and lurking somewhere. I am also in the first season of the Athos anthology that Nathan produced and DM'd. So that's at Dark Sun Podcast on Twitter. Uh, Other than that, I'm just kind of lurking around. I am super sad this is over because it's been fun and I love all you guys. And yeah, I'm the only one I haven't met is Laura, actually.
I know.
It's
I
crazy.
haven't met any of you. My bad.
But yeah, so hoping in the future, we'll get all five.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Very
me.
well said. And I am Lee Kim the Learned. And this 9 episode series of adventures has been very enjoyable for me to run because I have lovely people to Dungeon Master, to torment, and to hear them laugh and gasp in surprise. And there is no greater joy for a Dungeon Master. You can find me on Discord. I lurk. I run games off stream. I do one shots on stream. But all my players are special, and this group is very special. I will miss our Tuesday nights. But like Laura said, I hope that we will all adventure again in some other world, spun from some madman's nightmares. And we get to play against all sorts of wonderful odds. And I get to see these lovely people rise to become the heroes I know they are in their real lives. So, for the last time, our audience, thank you for watching TDK's Iron Heroes.